Hello guys, I personally loved this episode. It's the 8th episode of What If So. That means it's coming to a close. And that is really sad because I love this show and I can't wait to see these characters again. But it's not quite the end. So I still have an episode. But it was really good. I'm debating on if Doctor Strange or this episode was the best, which is saying a lot because I loved the Doctor Strange episode, but I might like this one a little bit more, which it means I really enjoyed this. Okay, so I'm gonna start the non-spoiler section. I kind of already did, but I'm gonna officially start it now. Okay, let's get started on the non-spoiler section. I loved it. I thought the characters were great. I thought the animation was really fun, and I thought it was really funny. The action was so good, and all the little things that are... There's this one part that has some references to another movie with two characters that if you've watched the episode, you know what I'm talking about most likely, that I was like, oh no, and then it happened and then I was sad. But outside of that, which broke me, it was great. The action was so good though. I think this was probably some of the most entertaining action I think the show has done yet. Although, like with the first episode with Captain Carter, they really used the comic book kind of style of action. I think this was just really cool with putting the situation that they were in and using it in a good way. I thought they did a really good job with everything they did with that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the episode. It's really good. Or you need it on watching, and then I'll talk about it extensively in the spoiler section. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. So I'm going to move on to spoilers now because I really want to talk in depth about this because I loved it so much. If you've not watched this episode, please do, and do not watch this part. Please, so many things happen and I do not want to spoil you. Okay, let's get started. With the spoiler section. I am so excited. Okay, now let's get started with this. Ultron. As a Vision, hearing Ultron's voice come out of Vision was just so weird, and I did not like that. Because I love Vision. Why you gotta do that to us, Marvel? We just had a Vision that betrayed its friends. We don't need another one with Ultron, which destroys the world and fights the Watcher, which was really cool, and I'm gonna get back to that. But we don't need that. We don't need that. Actually, it was really cool, but also it made me really sad because I love Vision. He's great. Vision's awesome. Okay, now let's talk about what I was talking about before with the Watcher. I did not think the Watcher was gonna do anything. I thought it was just gonna be one of those, oh, I'll sometimes say a funny line and be amazing because his actor is phenomenal. But no, he actually did something. And it was like, what is going on? Because it's not supposed to happen. Ultron and the Watcher had a fight. And Ultron kept using all of these different realities and putting it into their fight. And it was so cool how they did that. I loved that part. I thought it was most likely my favorite part. And now, like, Ultron is the Watcher, I think. I don't know. And now the Watcher is with evil Doctor Strange? Which is so weird. I was not expecting that. And then they ended it. I was like, okay. Thanks for that. I definitely needed that. Thank you. So everything with Ultron was so good. And his fight with the Watcher was quite possibly my favorite part of the episode. Let's go on to now Clint and Natasha. Clint and Natasha were so good, and then they had to die. Natasha didn't die, but Clint did. And it was kind of like, you know, how in Endgame, sorry to bring this up because it's one of the saddest part of the movie. And probably, actually, there's no question about it. It's one of the saddest parts of the MCU. There's, yeah. But you know, when Natasha's like, "You can let me go," it was that, but the other way around, and I don't want that either. Clint is so good. Clint is so good. I love Clint, and they just had to go throw him off a cliff. Come on, guys. Come on. No. It was really sad. I did not like that. And like just Natasha and Clint, it reminded me so much of before Endgame and how we're never gonna get that again, and it was really sad. But I loved them together. It was so good. Natasha and Clint's relationship is so much fun, and I love them as friends. They're such good friends. And it was great to see that again, and then they just had to be like, "Oh, you think this is gonna happen, but oh, he's gone." Of course they did. They love to do that with this show. But it was really, really sad, and I loved them. Just Clint and Natasha and how they interact with each other is so good. And I really hope we get it, and I think that's where they were going with this. Because if they just end it on the Watcher talking to evil Doctor Strange and be like, "I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I need your help," you're just gonna end it there? So they better give us another episode. I actually don't know what the next episode is, so I would assume that's what it is. But if it's not, I'm going to be really sad, and yeah, that makes me really sad. And everything with the Watcher was just so good. I loved the Watcher. And yeah, the Watcher was just fantastic. Which is not something that I would ever say, because the Watcher was kind of boring and did nothing. Although his actor is really great and played his role really well. It's just I was kind of like, hey, you could intervene at any time and be like, hey, this one simple thing could change the whole entire world, and you could like not have the whole population die, maybe. But no, he never does that. But in this, he actually like seemed like he cared and was like, "Hey, the folder's right there. The folder's right there. Just grab the folder." And when they grabbed the folder, he was so excited. If you have not watched this episode, you are probably so confused of what I'm talking about right now. But yeah. And yeah, I thought it was really great. Everything with Ultron was so good, and how he has the Infinity Stones. I don't think that was like paid attention enough. Like, he has all of the Infinity Stones and sawed Thanos in half. Like, if Vision could just do that, that would have been awesome. But they didn't do that, of course. So yeah, that was that. And it was just really good. It was really good. I liked it a lot. Everything with Ultron and Clint and Natasha in the Watcher was so good. And then that ending with Doctor Strange was so great. Yeah, just everything about this episode was so amazing. The action was great. The comedy was awesome. There were parts I like laughed out loud, and it was really, really fun. I liked it a lot. It might be my favorite episode. Maybe Doctor Strange and this one are like having a battle right now, and I don't know. It might be kind of like my thoughts on Half-Blood Prince and Goblet of Fire. It kind of changes on which one is my favorite, on what day you ask me. But yeah, for now, I think I'm going to say this one is my favorite. Maybe I just need to rewatch it and I'll completely change my mind. But right now, I think this is my favorite, which I did not think would happen. Like, That I thought was gonna be the peak, and I don't know. If the finale is even better than that, oh, it has to be a good finale. Okay, so those were my thoughts on What If. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can watch What If on Disney Plus on Wednesdays. I love you 3000 and stay safe. Bye, guys.